channel, and welcome to our even longer term update on the CrossClimate2 all-weather tires.
Wow, we're doing this again, huh?
It's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
Yes, we are. So Keith,
All right, pop quiz.
what are our top 3 episodes of all time?
Yeah, well, I know the original Michelin CrossClimate2 review that we did, hands down, that's the #1 video we've ever done, and I'm sure still is. Number 2, I'm going to say probably is also the CrossClimate2, but the long-term update video that we did for that. And number 3...
Well, we're waiting.
I'm going to guess, just because tires are such a popular topic, I'm going to guess that number 3 is the CrossClimate2 versus the Michelin Primacy.
Very good. And so what does that say to you?
All right, I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Okay, so since we've covered just a ton of information in the previous review and update videos for the CrossClimate2s, we're gonna stick to just the information that's changed or the facts surrounding where we are today for both the tires that are on our Honda Odyssey minivan as well as our Ford Taurus.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. So the van now has about 51,000 miles on the tires, right? And the Taurus has about 23,000 miles on them.
And just to clarify, Keith is actually referring to the miles on the tires on each of the vehicles as opposed to the total miles. The van has actually got like 225,000 miles on it or in that neighborhood. And the Taurus in the 53,000 mile range. So anyway, that is correct. And just so that we kind of know from tread life perspective where we are, the van has got 6 30-seconds of tread on the front and 8 30-seconds on the rear tires. And then the Taurus has actually got 10 30-seconds all the way around. And I think I mistakenly put that the Taurus was at 8 30-seconds for the Primacy versus the CrossClimate2. I'm not sure how that happened, but when I did the measurements, I double checked them to make sure that I was accurate there. But it looks like it's 10 30-seconds all the way around on the Taurus.
Yeah, so I have to say the van seems to be more or less right on track, right? And as for the Taurus, I mean, as much as you talk about being a speed demon and burning the rubber and all that kind of stuff, Taurus kind of seems to be pretty much on track as well.
Yeah, I think both vehicles should, pretty easily, especially the van, hit that 60,000 tread, life warranty and pass that in terms of some extra bonus miles, if you will. Honestly, I really took some grief from some of our viewers about my old lady comment. Mostly not that I was insulting old ladies, but just, kind of get on point and stay on point and, don't talk so much. So anyway, for all the talk, the tires probably are going to make it.
Yes, I too have been called out for additional extraneous dialogue on past videos, so I can appreciate that. But it sounds like you've had some awesome snowfall in the month of January and you're able to get out and go driving in it. Is that right?
Well, I'm not sure that I would call it awesome to drive in, but it did make for some great conditions to take the cars out and drive and test their current level of tread life.
Yeah, and from our discussions, it sounds like the van did pretty well, still did very well, even though it seemed like it had lost a little bit of its capability. I bet it probably would have done a little bit better had the rear tires with the 8 30-seconds tread depth left would have been on the front tires, but it sounds like it still did very well.
That is correct. And the Taurus with the 10 30-seconds of tread on it, I'm not going to lie, it was downright fun. I won't show a lot of the video from inside the cabin where I was narrating the drive because quite honestly, there's some portions of that video where you're pretty much going to need a pry bar to get the smile off of my face. But I had a lot of fun, even in the van, including the portion of time where I got the van stuck for a bit in the snow. But even that was kind of fun. It was a minor stuck, if you will.
Yeah, I can totally see that. As long as you're, not getting carried away or anything, driving in the snow absolutely can be a lot of fun. And it's good to play around a little bit so that you can really understand the limits of what your vehicle has going on. But from that drive around, I'm going to say that the tires still performed well, but the 6/32 tread depth is beginning to, cause some slight problems. I'm guessing you probably get 2 more seasons out of these tires, depending on when you rotate them maybe. From the last update, I believe you were at 37,000 miles, and now you've added 14,000 more. I'm trying to do the math in my head here, but it is possible you end up getting 80,000 or so miles on these tires. Maybe you will get 2 seasons more out of them.
If things continue this way and we hit 80,000 miles, I will be honest with you, I'll be ecstatic.
Yeah, as you should. So, assuming everything is according to Hoyle, would you recommend these tires?
Based on my personal experience with both sets of tires, actually really all 3 sets, since we do have 3 cars that have CrossClimate2s on them, I would recommend them. Now, we have had some viewers comment both in the positive and the negative, and you can read the comments, and we actually appreciate when people have a different experience and they share that experience on our videos on the comment section, so that we can get a more complete picture, because quite honestly, not everyone's experience is going to be the same. We could probably look at every single tire made, and there'd be people that swear by them and people that swear at them, right? So anyway, if you read through the comments, I know one person commented that the inside sidewalls of the tires, not the outside sidewalls, but the insides were cracking. And they only discovered that because they had a single tire that was low on air, and then they noticed the cracking, and they brought that into the tire shop, and then they actually checked all of the tires, and all 4 of them had those same cracks in the sidewall. Never heard that comment from anyone else, but again, everyone's experience is going to be different.
Yeah, I read those comments too. I will say though, on the whole, there are a lot more positive comments than there are negatives, especially, I don't know, the CrossClimate2 just seems to be a very popular tire, right? So, but having said that, probably any tire that we were going to review is going to have positive and negative comments about it, which is fine.
That's absolutely true. And as a bonus, we've included the full drive of each car and tire combination. So if you want to peruse that, the video to that bonus content is in the description below. And that way you can get all of the raw data behind the analysis we did and my comments about how each of the tire and car combinations are performing.
All right. Well, I think this is a great place to close us out. So since you've made it this far, please take a moment and drop us a like. We really would appreciate that. And if you're not subscribed, maybe consider doing so. We don't drop videos so often that this is like a spam notification, but when we do drop them, if you subscribe, you'll get notified. Also, that's what the bell does, some combination of those 2 things, so do it. And please make a comment. That's the thing we like the most. It gives us something to do, warms up our otherwise desolate lives. I'm kidding a little bit, but we do enjoy reading your comments about the CrossClimate2 and anything at all.
Thanks for joining us today, and you'll see us both on the next episode of Dad's Talk Tech.